Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in this video I'll be exclusively talking about the January intake, which is in the year of 2023. Some of the updates related to it. So I'll be spreading this video around like 5 different topics or 5 different points. And also by the end of it, I'll be letting you know, is it a good time for you to join in the January intake or not, given the current cost of living prices are increasing a lot. So from October month, the cost of living is going 3 times up in terms of the electricity and the gas bill prices. So we'll take that into mind, and at the end I'll be giving the verdict that whether it's a good time or not to come here in the UK. So I'll be starting with my very first point. The very first thing is that the course and the university is really important. So the very first point is related to course and university selection. Now here, like a lot of people ask me, like, what is the scope of this course? Will I be able to get the job after finishing my master's? And the simple answer to this question is that if you take a course of your own particular interest where you're genuinely interested in, then secondly, you need to have some prior experience. If you're coming for a master's degree, I think it will be only worth it if you've got some relevant past experience. Now this past experience could be that you have worked in a really big company, but also that experience could be you have done some internships, you have got some online certifications from Coursera website, or like Harvard University, Cambridge University. There's lots of online courses which are available. So this experience is something which you must need to have before pursuing your master's degree, because this is something which is going to make you stand out when you're applying for a full-time job after finishing your master's degree. And also, like, who are coming here for the BSc degree, make sure that you're coming here with a degree which has got a placement year, because of work experience is something which is really important. And like right now I've got my skilled worker visa, I'm working full-time in the company, so I've successfully led my student life experience. So that's why I'm just giving an advice that make sure that you've got that placement, you've got that experience. That's something which is going to give you the full-time job. And that's like what has happened in my own personal case. So I've followed my journey, that I had a placement year during my degree, and that's how I've been able to get the job, my full-time job. So this is really important. So this was my little bit of advice related to course and the university selection. The secondly is that you might be having question that where to apply your specific application in order to come to a specific university in the UK. And here the organization which I can recommend you is called Think Big Global. Now the reason for recommending this particular organization is because it's a marketplace for all your study abroad needs. Whether you need help with regards to course and university selection, which was my very first point, or otherwise you need help with respect to preparing your SOP, whether it is about finding an accommodation, fourthly, whether it is about finding a particular part-time job, everything is being catered by Think Big Global. In fact, even if you've got your examination English requirements, for example, you need to have IELTS examination, you've got TOEFL examination, that all guidance and the preparation will be assisted by Think Big Global. So make sure that you check Think Big Global. And also they're doing 24/7 free assistance for the students. So if you want free counseling, all you need to do is just mention your name, what's your doubt, and they'll be getting in touch with you as soon as possible. So make sure to take the benefit of this free counseling from Think Big Global. All the links will be in the description box of this video. Well, the third point is related to the scholarships. Now here, like a lot of people have seen doing a mistake, that when they apply for a specific course and specific university, like some of the time they delay their application very late. For example, it's January intake, they start their application in November or in December. I think this is a very big mistake when it comes to a scholarship, because a lot of scholarships will be kind of gone. The deadlines would have been gone by during that time. So it's really important for you to be really organized when you do your application. So if it's January intake, you need to start your application from now onwards, so as soon as possible with Think Big Global. Just get in touch with them, get the free counseling, and they'll be assisting you with each and everything. So make sure you start your application as soon as possible so that you're eligible to get a scholarship. And for the scholarship, as I said, the main thing is when you apply, because some of the scholarship is like first come first serve. It's like not about merit, it's about first come first serve. If you're in the top 50, like who have initially applied, you'll be able to get a scholarship. That's the way a lot of scholarships work. So this is something which I want you to be aware about. This is something advice from my own side, that you do not miss on the scholarships. So this was my third point. And my fourth point is related to cost of living, which can be a bit of disadvantage if you come here in the January intake or whether in the September intake. But let me explain this point more in depth. So I'm recording this video after a week because in my previous video the mic which I'm wearing it stopped recording. My voice wasn't recording, but the video was recorded for full 8 minutes, but which is fine. So that's why I'm recording this video again after a week, specifically this part of cost of living. And I think it's been good because like during that time the cost of living was expected to go up by 3 times. And the good news is, you know, that there's a new Prime Minister of United Kingdom, which is Liz Truss, and in her campaign she was talking a lot about dealing with the cost of living crisis, and that's what she has actually delivered. So the cost of living is not going up by 3 times at all. So I think it's going up by 10%, something like that, but it isn't like definitely that much crazy as I was expecting it to go up the 1 week before, right? So this is the new update which I wanted to give you. I guess you can be really pleased that the monthly rents which you'll be paying for your accommodations are still going to be similar to this year, but with a bit of an increase, not that 3 times going up, so which is quite a good news for the students. And apart from this really takes me to my number 5th point of this video, which is related to the accommodation. Now here I've seen a lot of people making mistake that they leave their accommodation booking towards the end of their application, which is really wrong, because if you leave it towards the end of the application, you'll be really struggling to get an accommodation. Like that's what is exactly happening with the September intake students, that they're not able to find any accommodation because they have left it towards the end phase of it, because the accommodations, all the rooms really goes very quickly. So my recommendation is that after you've applied to the university, you've got your cash letter, and before your visa application you should book your accommodation, right? So that's what I exactly did in my own personal case, that before applying for my visa, after getting the cash letter from the university, just straight away book my accommodation, right? So make sure you book your accommodation as soon as possible once you've got the cash letter, so that you don't really struggle as you go towards that December period and when you actually want to move to the UK. So please avoid making this mistake. So with this, like, these were the 5 essential points which I want to talk in this video. I hope this video was informative. I'll see you in my next video. Cheers, bye bye.